Hi, I'm Patrice, and I'm the author of Where Shadows Meet, a sapphic vampire romantic fantasy. I'm going to tell you 5 things that you should know. There's absolutely a Twilight reference in here, and did I go back and reread Twilight to make sure that I really knew what I was pulling from? Absolutely, I did. So there are lots of different types of vampires in this book. There are vampires that are born. There are vampires that can only be reborn from like the ashes of another. There are vampires that are made, like they're turned. And there's all this different lore about the vampires. So I have multiple sclerosis, and I wrote that into one of the main characters, Layla. You know, she's someone who very much so feels like she's never going to be good enough. And I was like, well, like, let's like add chronic pain on top of that. And she feels like, you know, I'm never going to be strong enough to be queen, literally. I love vampires. I have been like such a huge vampire reader for like forever. It's one of the books it was inspired by is Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. The way that she has like gods and monsters and there's this romance that kind of spans like eons. I read that book, I think probably when I was a teen, kind of like lived in the back of my head forever. And so I definitely think that was like a huge inspiration for this book because there's like a dual timeline thing where there's one character whose love story is told between the past and the present. I really like wine. And I was like, do vampires drink wine? And I literally started doing all this research into like how to make different like bloody things. It was, you don't want to know where this research took me.